Good morning, marketeers. This is a big week for economic news, and if you follow the markets, here's what you need to know. Tuesday, Case-Shiller Home Price Index. Thursday, revised Q4 GDP. Friday, PCE inflation data. That last one is the key. Core PCE, which excludes food and energy, is the Fed's preferred inflation measure. If it comes in higher than expected, the Fed may delay rate cuts, and that would rattle the stock market. Will the Fed cut rates? The Federal Reserve held rates steady last week, but Chicago Fed President Austin Goolsbee expects cuts in the next 12 to 18 months. Here's why. Inflation has cooled to 2.8% year over year, according to recent CPI data. The Fed wants inflation at 2%, so we're getting closer to their target. If inflation keeps falling, the Fed will lower rates to boost the economy. But there's a catch. If inflation jumps again, rate cuts could be off the table. Construction costs are already rising. Before the new 25% tariffs on Canada and Mexico even take effect, companies are raising prices now, some by as much as 20%. Why? Businesses are anticipating higher material costs. If President Trump's deportation policies continue, construction labor shortages could drive prices even higher. Higher construction costs mean higher home prices. So if you're waiting for a housing market crash, you might be waiting a long time. Stock market recap. Last week's volatility had investors on edge, but we saw some recovery heading into the weekend. Break time 0.5s, EKI Dow 41, 985.08%, S&P 500 5,067, 0.08%, NASDAQ 70 784, so 0.52%. Big stock market moves. Boeing lands a major contract. Boeing BA 3.06% had a rough 2024, but just landed a major U.S. Air Force contract to build the F-47 fighter jet. This contract could bring big profits to Boeing. Lockheed Martin, LMT 5.79%, lost the deal after struggling with F-35 production issues. Fun fact, the F-47 is named after Trump, since he's the 47th U.S. president. Tesla's rocky ride continues. Tesla, TSLA plus 5.27%, has had a brutal year, dropping over 38% in 2025. And here's why. Cybertruck recall due to safety concerns. Tesla insiders sold over $100 million in stock in the past month. Sales are falling in both the U.S. and China, Tesla's biggest markets. Despite all this, Tesla remains one of the most traded stocks, thanks to die-hard Elon Musk supporters. Crypto update. The SEC is changing its approach. In a major win for crypto, the SEC has dropped its case against Ripple, following similar moves for Coinbase and Kraken. The SEC held a crypto task force last week, saying they now want to work with companies instead of suing them. This could lead to clearer regulations, which the crypto industry actually wants. Bitcoin is holding strong at $84,920, and some believe this regulatory shift could fuel the next bull run. Final thoughts. This week is critical for the markets. If inflation is hotter than expected, expect volatility to spike. If it cools, we could see the Fed finally move toward rate cuts. Do you think inflation is slowing down, or are we in for another shock? Let me know in the comments. See you next time.